Today we're reading Sometimes Even Elephants Forget, a story about Alzheimer's disease for young children, written by Kathleen Welch and illustrated by McGillivray. Once upon a tropical time in the exotic Jala jungle lived a jolly elephant family who loved to wear purple. They wore purple hats. They wore purple caps. They wore purple skirts. They wore purple shirts. Like any elephant family, there were some wise leaders. Grandma Bawa was one of the wise leaders. She took care of all the little ones. Her nimble trunk was like her right hand. It was very helpful in taking care of her children. One morning, she unwound her long trunk to gently nudge her grandson Mookie awake. "Rise and shine, sleepyhead." Mookie wobbled a bit when he stood up. Grandma Bawa saw he was ready for the day. He had slept in his sporty shorts and cap. It was the first day of summer vacation. Mookie wanted to play from the minute he woke up. On his way to kiss Grandma Bawa, he looked up and noticed that something was different.
"Grandma, where is your purple hat? You always wear your favorite hat."
"Oh dear, I don't remember where I put it, Wasu. I do like my sun hat. Your Grandpa Bawa just bought it for me yesterday at the flea market."
"We'll find it,"
said Mookie. They looked on the thorny tree hat rack. Not there. Mookie saw it on a nearby rock.
"Here it is,"
said Mookie. He knew that Grandma Bawa sometimes forgot his name, and that Grandpa Bawa had died a long time ago. He didn't correct Grandma Bawa because she was forgetting things. He knew she still loved him all the same. Mookie was ready to go and have some fun.
"Grandma, can you show me the way to the Woomba River? We can go splash, play, and cool off."
"Just hook up your trunk to my tail and away we go." Grandma Bawa led the way. She liked to tell family stories. She told Mookie about Grandpa Bawa buying the beautiful hat at the flea market. Grandma Bawa liked that story. She would tell it many times. Mookie didn't mind. He knew that the story made her feel happy.
"Grandma, look at our footprints. I think we are going in circles. I think we're lost."
Grandma Bawa was very upset. She had known the way to the river only yesterday. Now she couldn't remember. Luckily, they ran into Kip, the clever hedgehog. They asked him the way. Kip was not only clever, he was also kind.
"Don't worry, Grandma Bawa. You are here, and that's all that matters. I'll be happy to show you the way. I'm hot, too."
Kip jumped onto Grandma Bawa's trunk and pointed the way. They reached the river in no time. Grandma Bawa, Mookie, and Kip started to play and bathe. Grandma Bawa always had her special brush for bathing, but not this time. "Oh, I forgot my lion whisker brush."
"That's okay,"
said Kip.
"I have a fine natural brush. Me!"
Mookie wanted to help too.
"Grandma, I'll spray you with my trunk."
Even the jungle butterflies helped Grandma Bawa bathe. They softly fluttered over her eyes to shield her from the water and the glare of the sun. Splish, splash, so much fun. Then everything changed. A lion roared. The jungle shook. Birds screeched. Fish jumped. Mookie screamed, "Grandma, save us! It's a lion!" They needed to act fast. All three waded farther into the river away from the lion. They were safe. Then the lion started to slink towards the home of their elephant family. Mookie knew they had to help the family right away.
Grandma, can you remember the ancient call to warn our family?
She thought and wrinkled her brow. Yes, I can. I still remember some things from long ago. I'll do the honk, wonk, stomp, womp. That will alert our family that a lion is on the prowl. She made 3 loud honks.
Honk, honk, honk.
She made 3 startling wonks.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
She made 3 rumbling stomps.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Then she made 3 low whomps.
Womp, womp, womp.
The elephant family heard the honk, wonk, stomp, womp through the air and through their feet. The family did what they always do when there is a threat. They quickly huddled together and fled. The lion was too lazy to run after the elephants. He slinked away into the jungle instead. Grandma Bawa was still very worried about the family. Mookie and I better go check on our family. We need to see if they heard the honk, wonk, stomp, womp.
That sounds like a good idea,
Kip squeaked.
I better be going too. I'm late for a very important date with my sweetheart.
When Grandma Bawa bent down to kiss Kip goodbye, her lion whisker brush fell out of her skirt pocket. Oh, I thought I lost that. I can put my lion whisker brush to good use now. Let me brush you so you razzle-dazzle your girlfriend. She forgot which side of the brush to use, but Kip didn't care. His silver quills quivered in delight. He was too excited about his date. He squealed,
I will razzle-dazzle her now. Will you two be all right after I leave?
Grandma Bawa answered, Sure, we'll be fine. Goodbye, goodbye, they squeaked and tooted. Kip went in one direction and Mookie and Grandma Bawa in the other. Grandma Bawa led for several miles. She started going in circles. This time, Mookie came to the rescue. He trotted in front of her to show her the way.
Grandma, we can follow our footprints all the way back to our family. Grab my tail with your trunk.
When Grandma Bawa and Mookie arrived home, the very happy elephant family threw a honky-tonk party. Thank you, Grandma Bawa. We heard your honk, wonk, stomp, womp, and knew what to do. You saved us. You are queen for the day. Here is your crown. Grandma Bawa smiled. She tried to put the crown on one of her floppy ears instead of her head. It doesn't matter where you wear the crown, said the family. You are here, and that's all that matters. Mookie then helped her put the crown on her head.
We love you, Grandma.
Now it was time to celebrate and dance the honk, tonk, rump, bump. Big and little elephant rumps bumped. Even Kip heard the celebration and bumped with his sweetheart. The jungle shook in joy and happiness. It was a real honky-tonk party. The end. Hi, my name is Kathleen Welch, and I live in Farmington, Maine. And I'm very, very thankful that I've had the opportunity to write this book about Alzheimer's. It means a lot to me. Both my dad and my grandmother died of Alzheimer's. It's a very devastating disease, and we need to reach out to children and families to let them know more about ways we can help, talk about this issue. So this story really revolves around that, how families can talk about Alzheimer's and especially how young children can understand it.
And I'm Alan McGillivray, and my wonderful wife gave me a job. I'm semi-retired, gave me a job illustrating this wonderful book. So I had to figure out how to draw elephants over and over again, and so I kind of set my mind to figuring out how to draw them over and over again. And what part of the story that made it easy is that they all had different clothes on. So that made it kind of good. I have a background in art and design, although I've had many, many jobs. This is one of the best jobs I've had.
My advice for young writers is the imagination is an amazing, amazing, I don't know, resource for everyone. We all have that ability. We're all artists. So if you have a dream, if you have some idea, go for it.
Well, as far as the illustration factory, the first thing we did was actually go to Pelican, who published this book, and we went to the library and we looked at a bunch of books, and I started counting pages, how many possible drawings I might have to do, and then how the drawings go with the type. I tried different methods, but I just kept coming back to the colored pencil and the ink outlines. It was much softer. The real art was much softer, and they were able to kind of punch up the color a little bit.
I had never written a children's book before. I'd written scientific articles, and I'd written some one-act plays, but I've never written a children's book. And this meant so much to me, and it's something I want to just let you know as young people. Go for your dreams. Don't be afraid. Be fearless. Sometimes even elephants forget.
Sometimes Even Elephants Forget is published by and is available from Pelican Publishing. At the end of Sometimes Even Elephants Forget, there is a guide to further discussion with young children and a resource list for families facing this devastating disease.